Okay, so just to clarify about that, because in our discussion, when somebody said they thought concealment was a good mental factor, it was because they felt they didn't want to be a burden to other people. In other words, if I tell other people my mistakes, if I tell people my negative emotions, then I'm burdening them with that. I'm just dumping my stuff on them. And that's not very nice, because I've had that done to me, where people just kind of go on and on about their negative stuff and don't let me up for a breath of air, and I get lost in all of that. So I don't want to do that to others. So that's why I think that concealment is a good mental factor. Okay, so let's deal with that usage of concealment there. Okay, so this comes down to finding the right situation to talk to the right person about what we're feeling. It doesn't mean assuming that everybody is going to be burdened by listening to what we have to say, because that's pretending that we're reading other people's minds and not giving them a chance to be open and compassionate, and it's not giving them a chance to help us, because we're basically keeping everything hidden, again, usually because we want to preserve our reputation, we want to preserve something, even our own feeling about ourselves. So that kind of concealment involves, or put it that way, when you have those kinds of emotions, you find the right circumstance and the right person and the right way to express them. Okay? But if you just say, I'm not going to express anything at all because it's going to be a burden on others, then it's cutting off communication with others, and it's reading others' minds and not giving yourself a chance to receive new information, and not giving others a chance to help you. Okay, is that? Yeah? Okay. Yes?
So it sounds like concealment could be said as the mind that doesn't want other people to know something about us, something about us, or not necessarily about us, but the mind that wants to keep other people from knowing something. So then a mind that is not concerned with that type of thing would be a mind that's free from concealment, regardless of how one...
Okay, so in terms of defining concealment, I think it's more the hiding of our own negative actions, including negative mental actions, which would be, ruminating about, ill will or something like that. Yeah, and so I think it's more a mental state, and then the reason behind it, there could be many reasons. One reason is because we're afraid of what they're going to think about us, or we're afraid they're going to reject us, or we're afraid we're going to burden them, or we're afraid that we're going to open up a can of worms inside ourselves that we won't even be able to handle, because our own emotions are so strange and foreign to us. So it could be for a whole variety of different reasons, but we don't state the reason as what concealment is.
I guess my question is, do you actually have to consciously think, I'm not going to tell, does there have to be this very clear
sort of
sense of, I'm going to hide this from people, or
yeah.
Can it just be this sense of, well, maybe I won't bother to tell them.
Okay, so in order for it to be concealment, you have to very clearly think, I have a negative emotion, I've done a negative action, and I'm deliberately not going to tell anybody. Do you have to consciously think that in those uncertain terms for it to be concealment? No. Okay? Because all these mental factors just work on us. These thoughts come into our mind very often without us even realizing we're thinking them. They're at a more subtle level, and, there's just like, we either think that, or maybe we don't even think, I don't want others to know my negative faults. And we say, oh, well, it's a burden for them. Yeah? So we don't even tell ourselves the truth about it. Yeah? So all of that could be tied in there. Yeah? It doesn't have to be some kind of conscious thing. Okay. Yeah, because if you look, you know, I mean, these mental factors, like, you know, when we take something and we don't return it, and we know we're keeping it for ourselves, do we consciously think, I'm borrowing this and I'm not going to return it and I'm going to claim it for myself? No, we don't do that. We just we borrow it, and maybe that thought's in the back of our mind, but we're not really letting ourselves consciously think it. Yeah, but it's still there, and it's still the motivation for our action. And we discover it only when we look later and realize, oh, there's a bunch of stuff going on in the back of my mind that I shut out. Okay?